Let's get into a heavier story here. It's from the Associated Press. Why the progressive squad is getting smaller after defeats this primary cycle. Why? They're asking questions. Why is the squad getting smaller? We all know why. Can we all just quit capping? Can we all just for once, can we stop capping?
C-A-P, cap.
Come on, Associated Press. You know exactly why. I hate when the Associated Press asks these questions. Oh, do we know why the squad is being primaried out? Do we know why the squad is being defeated? Do we know why the squad is being targeted? Are we gonna sit here and act like it's not Israel? Really? Are we really gonna sit here and act like it's not Israel? We know it's Israel.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
I agree, Kurt Angle. It's true. It's damn true. Come on, man. Can we stop this? From the Washington Post, man. From the Associated Press. The squad, a group of progressive lawmakers in the House, is set to shrink next year after two members suffered primary defeats this election cycle following an unprecedented deluge of special interest spending. The primary losses for Representatives Cori Bush in Missouri and Jamal Bowman in New York came over the summer and dealt a blow to the progressive faction, which had amassed considerable clout within the Democratic Party since its initial rise in 2018. The cohort of black and brown lawmakers, including Representatives Rashida Tlaib of Michigan, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, and Summer Lee of Pennsylvania, became the target of pro-Israel PACs like the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or APAC. I just got the notice on TikTok Live. They put the notice on my live about the learn about the U.S. elections. They're making sure to make sure that I don't say anything that's gonna go against the Ministry of Truth. Just make sure you know that I don't want to upset Big Brother. I actually have some clips from 1984. This is one from It's a Beautiful Thing. It's the Destruction of Words.
It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
And also War is Peace.
War is peace.
I also got those in my freaking soundboard, so that's pretty cool. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Summer Lee of Pennsylvania became the target of pro-Israel PACs like the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or APAC, late last year after members criticized Israel's response to the October 7th attack by Hamas. 8 months later, AIPAC's Super Political Action Committee, United Democracy Project, helped unseat Bush and Bowman after pouring nearly $25 million combined into those races. Wow. And there are certain people out there who say that they are for us. There are certain people out there who are saying that it's not about Israel targeting black politicians, and yet the only ones who've been primaried out are black politicians. I can't help but notice that pattern. Are you noticing that pattern? I mean, what does Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman? I want to see. I want to see. I just want to. Oh, by the way, this is the last story I covered. This is with the police officer who showed up on OnlyFans and was arrested on it, and he was in full uniform. Let's see, Cori Bush, Jamal Bowman. I wonder if they got a side-by-side picture. I want to see if they got a side-by-side picture. I wonder. Yeah, here we go. If you can see them both side by side. I think that's gonna kind of help you understand where I'm going with this. What does Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman have in common? I'm just curious. They dress well. Yeah. They have eyebrows. They both have noses. They have ears. I'm assuming that Cori Bush have ears because she's exhibited the ability to hear. What else does Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush have in common? Whereas this pro-Israel pact that has been called anti-black racist so many times, why would they target these lawmakers? Could it? I'm just curious. What do they have in common? I mean, one is male and one is female, so they don't have that in common. That's not in common. So what do they have in common? There is something very suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
What do they both have in common? They have eyes. They have lips. What do they both? Oh, I know. They were both wearing the color white in these photographs. No, that's not it. That's not close enough. What do they have in common? I know, it's just on the tip of my tongue, man. Oh, there is Cori Bush's ear. I can see Cori Bush's ear. What does Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman have in common where this anti-black Israel pact would target them? Whereas they're the only ones getting primaried out. Jeez, what do they have in common? It's on the tip of my tongue, man. Can anyone help me out here? They both have worn the color black. Definitely. What does Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush have in common, whereas AIPAC would target them like this? And they're the only ones being primaried out. Jeez. I have no idea. I have no clue what Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman could possibly have in common. Because it's not like Israel and the IDF has been known to train, right, the American police, who in turn are racist, right? I mean, that can't be the case, because then that would set a pattern, wouldn't it? IDF trains American police, because then that would point to, oh, wait a minute. This from the Times of Israel? Wait a minute. ADL considered scrapping its U.S. police training trips to Israel, decided not to. After defending the programs at the height of the 2020 anti-brutality protests, the anti-racism organization is now admitting that an internal memo questioned their ethnicality. Oh. So all the training that our racist police officers have been getting in this country has been coming from Israel. The biggest departments. I hope you know. That's been coming from Israel. And now the same Israel has their AIPAC targeting black politicians. And I just can't for the life of me figure out, what does Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush have in common? I mean, we said their ears. They both have ears. They both have eyes. They both have noses. They both have worn the color white. They both have worn the color black. They both have skin. What do they have in common, though? When I read stuff like this about from the Times of Israel, discussing how the IDF trains the American police departments, who have been, smashing our freaking heads in. It's helping me figure things out. It's just helping me, Don't catch you slipping now. I don't want to be caught slipping, In the summer of 2020, I'm going to read from this article from the Times of Israel because, again, I don't want to be accused of being anti-Semitic. I want to read from the Jewish populace towards the Jewish populace. All right, let's just read. JTA. In the summer of 2020, with protests against racism and abusive police swirling in the U.S., the Anti-Defamation League, or ADL, defended its programs in Israel, training American police officers from critics who said they imparted violence and militarized tactics. So the militarism that you've seen from the American police, do you know where it comes from? Do you know where it comes from? It comes from the IDF.
That is one big pile of shit.
I agree, Jurassic Park guy. That is one big pile of something.
That is one big pile of shit.
That's terrible.
I agree, Charles Barkley. That's terrible.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
It's damn true, Kurt Angle. It's damn true. So when I see Israel PACs targeting black politicians, the same black people who your IDF has trained our police, right, to be brutal towards. Well, my whole thing to people out there who supports Israel, and you happen to be a part of certain communities, I want you to hear this loud and clearly. I want Kendrick to say it for you.
No, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. You got AIPAC targeting black politicians, and now you got people out there saying, why is it that you have certain segments of the black community who are concerned about what Israel is doing right now? Because everything that Israel is doing right now directly affects us, because Israel is training the police officers who are smashing our freaking heads in right now. Israel is targeting black politicians, the very, very few that we have in this country.
It's in their nature, they can't help it.
It seems like it, don't it? It seems like it, don't it? I mean, the Israeli government, not the people. The government, not the people. Because I know there are some Jewish people, there are some Israeli people who are not with the program. I get it. And I would never insult those people. However, we gotta be honest, when you got AIPAC targeting black politicians who, I think that we can all figure it out now. These two are black people. That's why AIPAC targeted them, because they're black politicians. Because let me tell you something, right? There's been a lot of American politicians who have questioned Israel, but a lot of them are white. And AIPAC understands that, yeah, sure, America will fund Israel. America will do all that. But at the end of the day, there's still a social hierarchy in the system of white supremacy. And they understand that they support that system of white supremacy. They understand you never ever go against it, because the moment that you do, well, we saw certain world wars, right? Yeah, they don't want to be caught slipping up, right? That's why they have, again, when you have adjacentness to whiteness and adjacentness, when you are white supremacist adjacent, see, they will allow you to do certain things and inflict certain terror, like Israel is doing towards the Palestinians. They will allow you to. Absolutely. If you're targeting people who you think has any kind of solidarity with the undesirables. That's how it works. That's how it works in this country. And this country So long as you go against the undesirables and you uphold a system of and you uphold the system of white supremacy, you will always be in a position of defending yourself. See, that's how the white supremacist American government will always frame things for Israel. They are defending themselves, and just like that one quote from 1984, it's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
A beautiful thing, the destruction of words. How you doing, Joe? Get them, bro. Shit, we fund their military. Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. Remember, war is peace.
War is peace.
War is peace. We will always defend Israel, and we will always justify black politicians being targeted because, again, we employ Israel to train our police to be more efficient racists. Do you see how it works now? This is why a lot of black Americans have been doing this whole delineation thing, right? Because certain groups, even certain groups that look like us, they have this thing where they want to jump on with white supremacy. And you interracially dating, you white, you working for a white person, or you living with a white person, that don't make you off cold. It don't, because you could be on cold with freaking white supremacy and date a freaking Japanese woman and be a freaking white man. Come on now. It's 2024. We can be a lot more pragmatic. You can be on cold and date whoever the hell you want to date. You can be gay. You can be in a interracial relationship. You can be polyamorous. Who cares? That's your business. That has nothing to do with how you feel about yourself or your people. That's just relationship or bedroom stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. A white woman can mess around with a bunch of black men and still be a white supremacist. You don't think it works in the opposite direction? Right? You don't think it works in the opposite direction? Oh, yes, I am, user. I'm in an interracial relationship. Why? You have a problem with it? Because it's kind of weird that you... Right. Did you want to date me instead? I do not. I just wondered. Yep. In fact, let me get deeper into that, right? So, I find it weird how in the modern day cycle, no one is allowed to question Kamala Harris's interracial leadership, but I find that a lot of black men have been questioning. And I'm not going to come off that point. And anyone who tries to get me off that point, I'm going to ban them from my chat because it's true. I want that standard to be held equally for Kamala Harris. So from now on, whenever I swear a couple times a week, whenever I do a story about a police officer who commits crimes, I'm going to describe them as not white. I'm going to call them Doug colored, a Doug colored person. And I'm going to do that until I feel that people are going to get off this hypocrisy, because if you're going to hold me to a standard, then certainly you will hold a former prosecutor, a vice president, a former attorney general, and also someone else, someone who is running for president. Yes, you will hold them to the same standard, if not to a higher standard, or else I will start attacking her in every video. So, no, those are my standards. In the moment you try to question my standards or tell me to do anything else or try to insult me, I'm going to ban you from my chat or my channel. It's about time that we stop this nonsense. Stop holding people to this stupid standard. If you don't want Kamala Harris to be judged by that exact same standard, then stop judging me for it. And if I see you witnessing this and you say nothing, then don't say anything when I criticize Kamala Harris for it. Then say nothing. Just the same way you tell me, just ignore it. We'll tell you what, practice what you preach and just ignore it when I do it. Then I will be held to the exact same standard as Kamala Harris. If not, she'll be held to a higher standard. You want my vote? You want my support? Those are my damn standards. You can accept it or you can leave. Pick one. I could care less either way. Because when black politicians get targeted, and I don't hear Kamala Harris back them up. Instead, what I hear from the White House is they're now talking smack about Cori Bush. I want you to hear this. So I want to show you what a
You know you got a colleague, you a colonizer.
I want to see this. I want you to see this. Karine Jean-Pierre, she threw Cori Bush under the bus. She threw Cori Bush under the bus. I want you to see this.
There are, I think, 4 members of the House who are going to boycott President Herzog's address tomorrow. And one of them, Representative Cori Bush, said that the Israeli government is enforcing an apartheid state and that it shows no respect for human rights.
Wow.
So by your definition, is what Representative Bush said anti-Semitic?
Look,
Wow.
what I can say is that the president has a long-standing relationship with Israel.
So so Karine Jean-Pierre, she didn't start off with, you know, it's sad that AIPAC primaried this black woman out. We need more black women politicians, especially progressive ones. She didn't start off with that, right? She started off with not solidarity with her black sister. And again, I want you to understand why we have a freaking delineation movement. I want you to see why, right? Because Karine Jean-Pierre, she's Haitian. And I have done whole documentary deep dives defending the Haitian people because our government and our freaking CIA has targeted Haiti, right? I have a whole playlist on my channel. It's actually called "The CIA Destroyed Haiti." Go look it up. Go see how far I have defended Haiti. But however, I will not defend someone outside of my lineage who is throwing a black woman under the bus. And you're gonna hear that, right? So Karine Jean-Pierre, she didn't start off with "I stand in solidarity with this black woman." Regardless of what happened, we need more black women politicians because we need more black girl magic. We got a black woman running for freaking president right now. Black women everywhere need to actually show solidarity. She did not start off with that. I want you to hear what this woman said.
There are, I think, 4 members of the House who are going to boycott President Herzog's address tomorrow. And one of them, Representative Cori Bush, said that the Israeli government is enforcing an apartheid state and that it shows no respect for human rights. So by your definition, is what Representative Bush said anti-Semitic?
That is ridiculous. Yes. Israel is an apartheid state. Israel is conducting mass unalivings. Israel is just carpet bombing people. Yes, that is true. Do you see the news speak here, man? It's just like that movie 1984. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words.
And remember, y'all, war is peace.
War is peace.
War is peace. It's never offense. It's always defense. War is peace. Remember.
War is peace.
War is always peace. Wow. I don't know why she always want to call me. Excuse me a second. My wife always wants to call me right in the middle of me doing something. Give me a second. So, again, war is peace. But let's get into what Karine Jean-Pierre responded with, right? When she was asked this question. She could have punted, but that's not what she did.
Look, what I can say is that the president has a long-standing relationship with Israel. He is committed to their security.
Right.
Committed to
their security.
War is peace.
War is peace.
To continuing that relationship, hence why he is meeting with the president of Israel. And
Right.
so that is what's important. I cannot speak to other congressional members in the House. That is for them to speak to why they choose to boycott or to do whatever it is that they're doing today. But what
She threw her under the freaking bus there, right? And I want you to see the next video, right? I want you to see the very next video. I want you to see this, right?
Follow up on Cori Bush. She gave a speech last night after the results came in, and she said to AIPAC, who spent heavily against her, "I'm coming to tear your kingdom down." Does the president have an opinion on that statement?
So, look, the president has always been very clear, and very recently after the assassination attempt of the last president, about lowering rhetoric, right? Lowering political rhetoric, and the importance of doing that. It is important that we be very mindful of what we say.
Do you see what she did there, right? She is now, I want you to see how the White House crafted that freaking statement. She, in what she said, she reminded the political right and Trump supporters, right, that, hey, someone just tried to take out your freaking president. That's a way of throwing out red meat over to the Republican Party and to the racist right. She's throwing red meat out there. She knows what she's saying. So she's not only throwing Cori Bush under the bus. Do you understand the kind of psycho she might have unleashed upon Cori Bush at this point? Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? I want you to understand what she did that was intentional.
Follow up on Cori Bush. She gave a speech last night after the results came in, and she said to AIPAC, who spent heavily against her, "I'm coming to tear your kingdom down." Does the president have an opinion on that statement?
So, look, the president has always been very clear, and very recently after the assassination attempt of the last president, about lowering rhetoric, right? Lowering political rhetoric, and the importance of doing that.
So the first thing she said, because again, the White House and Biden and Kamala, they all knew this question was coming. They knew. So they wanted to phrase it in a way whereas you can throw red meat out to the political right, says, hey guys, don't look at us. Go target these people, these far left people. We are neoliberals. We are your allies. We don't like those black folks either. This is why we employ black folks to attack other black folks and throw them under the freaking bus. All right? The first thing she said, she linked Biden to, well, Cori Bush shouldn't be saying that because, we got to lower the temperature because of what happened to Trump. As if they care about Trump. Do you really think Karine Jean-Pierre cares about Trump all that much? Come on now. Come on now. Do you really think Joe Biden cares about Trump all that much? Come on now. Come on now. They threw that out there as red meat so that Cori Bush could take even more heat so that they can squash the far left or actual leftists. They call us far left, but actual leftists. That's why every statement the White House crafts is intentional. It's not unintentional. It's very intentional. I just want you to understand that. There is nothing here that is unintentional. Just so you understand that. Right?
It is important that we be very mindful of what we say. This kind of rhetoric is inflammatory and divisive and incredibly unhelpful.
Inflammatory, divisive, and incredibly unhelpful. Cori Bush was talking about AIPAC. She wasn't talking about Israel, talking about AIPAC. A foreign lobbying group for a foreign government. How many white politicians have you seen criticize foreign lobbying groups from the African continent, from China, Russia? I mean, just any kind of country. Now, the first time a black politician questions AIPAC, a foreign lobbying group, now it's inflammatory, divisive, and incredibly unhelpful. Karine Jean-Pierre.
No, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
Look, we're going to continue to condemn any type of political rhetoric in that way, in that vein. And so it is important to be mindful in what we say and how we say it.
Wow.
But we cannot have this type of inflammatory, divisive language in our political discourse.
I want you to look at her face. Do you believe anything that she's saying? Like, just even if you're a hardcore Democrat, even if you're a vote, even if you are a vote blue, no matter who type person, keep it a buck. Just keep it square just for a second, man. Just be honest just for a moment. Do you believe a word she's saying? Look at her face. Do you believe a word that she's saying? Do you honestly believe that she believes that anything that Cori Bush said was divisive, was horrible, is bad for the discourse? When Cori Bush was talking about a foreign lobbying group, Karine Jean-Pierre, they put you in that position because you are a raccoon. You are a guardian of the galaxy. Your name should be Rocket. That's why they put you in that position. I just want you to understand. I just want you to get it. That's why she's there. And it's because
You're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer. That's why Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman are no longer in office. That's why. Because people who are not colleagues, they're colonizers. People who are not colleagues, they are colonizers. But, excuse me, Karine Jean-Pierre just confirmed for you that the Biden administration has a long-standing relationship with Israel and the IDF, who is training our police officers to be racist with their militarized tactics. This is why you find so many anti-black racists in Israel. If you think the American police has a problem with racism, well, here's who's training the American police. Because first thing that white supremacists and Republicans and all the people out there who support police officers, the first question that they always ask is, well, we got to look at the training. How were they trained? How were they trained? Well, you can't blame the officer. How were they trained? How were they trained? This is how they were trained. While you're being intellectually dishonest, this is how they're trained. Boy, I tell you, man.
That is one big pile of shit.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Jurassic Park guy. That is one big pile of shit. Unbelievable.
Your tax dollars at work.
Your tax dollars at work, folks. Cori Bush lost her job. You know what? And I got another commentary about Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman. I'm going to say something else. I wish more black politicians would lose their job for fighting for us. Y'all lost your job doing the right thing. I understand that. I'm not gonna fault you for that. I give you big ups for that, man. I give you big ups for that, man. Yeah, big ups. You know, you got out of office doing the right thing. Much love, much love, much love. But I wish you had been put out of office because you wouldn't shut up about reparations, about us needing cash payments, or us changing the prison industrial complex, or us changing, or us actually bringing about prosecutorial reform so that prosecutors like Kamala Harris can't just walk around locking up black people for silly stuff like freaking truancy. I wish you had lost your job because you wanted to help. You wanted to actually help those black farmers get some land grants. You know, the same way that the white people in the West and the Midwest that MLK spoke about when he said that we are coming to Washington to get our check. The same folks that he spoke about. If you help the black farmers get some land grants so that they can farm some more land. If you lost your jobs over that would have been great. But you lost your jobs for people who don't even look like you. I mean, it is admirable. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a horrible thing. It's not a horrible. It's you could be a worse person. However, there comes a time in which if you're gonna crash out, I would just love it if a black politician would crash out for black people. But you never see that.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Even Kurt Angle knows that. We never have a black politician who will crash out for us. You always get excuses, right? Barack Obama, when you asked about reparations, right? He said, well, you know, I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it because the Republicans, they would the white America, and that's the problem. That's the problem. You get Kamala Harris. Wait a minute. Let me play that one clip with Kamala Harris. Oh. You never get black politicians, and people have been questioning Kamala's blackness because of stuff like this. Right? Kamala Harris.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Well, listen. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. Mm-hmm. We had Jim Crow for almost a...
that you would explore.
But no, if you look at they're not starting at the stand. They're not starting. It will directly black children, because the disparities focus on this have resulted. Understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people.
But you want me to sister girl this though, right? You want me to see her as a sister.
No, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
Jamal Bowman and Cori Bush both lost their jobs. Crashing out for people that don't even look like them. For once, can we at least get an American, a black American politician, or at the very least, if you're gonna be a freaking pretender, a freaking chameleon like Kamala, for the very least, if you're gonna crash out, for God's sakes, can you crash out for black people just once? Just once. Yeah, I am the person who ain't even married to a black person saying this. Because even people who ain't married to other black people are sick of this shit. You crashing out. We vote you into office. We give you our black votes. We give you our black support. We give you our freaking grassroots supports. When you get in office, you do nothing for black people. Nothing for black people. And you crash out for other communities. If you're gonna crash out for the people who look just like you when you look in the mirror. Crash out for us just once. But no, they're all suffering from the Kamala fever.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people.
No, you're not a colleague, you're a colonizer.
I see that statement as just as anti-black as anything I've heard the KKK say. Your father says that's a crazy statement, brother. Yeah, absolutely. Crazy. How is that different than the people who are arguing against reparations? How is that different? And when you keep saying, well, just vote for her, bruh, stop. You're pissing me off. You're not making me more likely to vote for her. You're just pissing me off because I know what I'm saying. Manipulation. I know what I'm saying. This woman served side by side with Joe Biden while they knew the IDF is training our police forces. And any racism and any overly aggressive or militarized approach that our police have is a direct result of IDF training. They knew that. And yet she stayed and said nothing. She didn't crash out for us. Oh no. Oh no. But these black politicians, man, they will crash out for other groups. See, the thing that people, and for those of you who have this issue, this insane notion that black men should only date whoever you choose, the reason why people still respect me even though I'm in an interracial relationship is because they've seen me crash out. They've seen me say and do some things on behalf of black people. And I'm not even a politician. What the hell is their excuse? What is their excuse? You're already in office. If you know that you're gonna lose anyway, crash out, bruh. Say, hey, reparations. We need land grants. We need push that hard. At least then the black grassroots will jump behind you. But you wouldn't even do that. You kept pushing the stupid study. Oh, we gotta push this study. We gotta put. You know that's a stall tactic. You knew that. You don't see these Republican right-wing MAGA politicians holding back. No, when they want to crash out for their boy Trump, oh, they crash out, son. When they want to go against black people, they crash out, son. They don't care if they get voted out of freaking office. They crash out, son. So why the hell is it that we can't get a black politician to crash out for us? Not even Obama would do it. Why? God damn, like, bro, if you keep making this whole stink about black people voting for you. Oh, we need the black vote. Oh, black men, y'all gotta just vote for Kamala. Black women, you gotta make them black men vote. If you gonna say all that crap, right? Then when you get your ass in office, help us. Jesus. I know I've been fixated on this story for a while, but there's some shit that I've been wanting to say, man. I want to get off my damn chest. I am so sick of black faces in high places who won't crash out for us. Once you are a representative, once you are a senator, once you are a vice president, once you are a president, guess what? You can do a lot more things that people will not judge you for. I mean, look at Donald Trump. Look at all the stuff that he's done. Look at Bill Clinton. He still shows his face in public. After all the stuff that he's done, he passed the freaking 1994 freaking crime bill. He passed that. The whole Monica Lewinsky thing. These two don't have any of that going on. They only had opinions. So if you're gonna actually do that, then crash out, bruh. Do that. Because at the very least, you would have black people in this country on lock. Nobody would question you. Nobody would go against you. And at that point, if you are doing for your people like me and so many others in the freaking black grassroots would stick up for you. You would have protection like you would not believe. But you won't take the plunge. You thought that defending other people in the freaking country that is not even your own was more fruitful than defending the people who are already here. Not saying that your efforts were bad. No, what they did was honorable. They stood 10 toes down. I can respect that. But the part that I can't respect is that We can never get a black politician to crash out for us like this. If you get kicked out of office because you were trying to push reparations, do you have any idea the legend that you would become in the freaking black community? How respected you would be? How much money you'd make? How we would let you speak for us? Because you lost your job trying to fight for us. At the very least, you lost trying to fight for us. You crashed out for us. But we never get that, man. We never get that. And that is sad.
A-C-A-B, don't you step to M-E. I run to your sundown towns, then turn them upside down. But some of y'all monsters like Stranger Things in the upside down. No surrender, no retreat, certified soldier. Got receipts, you can't walk with my feet. I pack nothing but steel for the heat. I'm not soft, I'm elite. Play my anthem on repeat, now sing it with me. A-C-A-B, hating is just weak. Get off my meat, go take a seat. Came from nothing, now I'm something. Descendant of slaves, enemy slave. It's just how I was raised. Black power, temperature raised. Beautiful yet bloody days. That's why I can't be tamed. None of it was ever a game. A-C-A-B, don't step